Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a 105 leFH18B2, the French Tier 5 Premium SPG, one of only 2 Premium SPGs in the game. Wargaming, why aren't you selling more? Well, whenever they put this Arty on sale, it is on sale and it buys, a lot of people buy them, and you see a lot of them in battle. It was on sale recently and I think quite a few were sold. You're looking at Targy, 3 RTR, and he's in the VP on the west spawn of Airfield. Now this Arty was made from the Char B1, as you know. It's a Butte Panzer, a loot Panzer, something that the Germans have captured and decided to use for their own forces. In fact, a lot of Allied equipment ended up in German hands and was used by their forces. They just painted the German cross on top of the vehicle and then carried on using it. Well, that's a bit close for our liking. That's better. Bit too close on the view. I think it's down to my view that I may have been making adjustments. That one hit the rock face, but he's going to have a go at that KV1 behind. Goes to overhead. That's better. Landed just in front of the KV1, but it did track him. Go for another shot. That's better. Got a direct hit there. In fact, it looks like it hit near the turret ring. There's a mark there, and the kill shot comes in to get him. Okay, he's now going to go for the A43. Still a little too close to the cliff edge. Shell went long. That's out. Better. In fact, you can see it hit the turret of the Striv 74. It's a little hole next to his mantlet. And that one hit the A43 right on the turret again. Go for it again. And that one kills the Striv. So that's first kill for Target. Oh, second kill for Target. Sorry, got the KV1 as well, didn't he? And the A43 misses that one because it hit the wreck. Goes for the heavy tank number 6 and gets him right on the front. You can see it's on the front plate. That one hit the wreck of the KV1. Lands just behind the A43, that one. Now he's going for the T-34. Should be easier to hit. That one hit the wreck of the KV1, but he's got the heavy tank number 6 there as well, so he should be able to hit one of them, and he does, right on the aim point as well. Okay, heavy tank number 6 didn't like that, so he's starting to move. That one hits the surf. Go for it again. He's moving too close now, so we can't loop the shells over. In fact, it looks like Targy's going to have to move if he wants to get shots on these guys. Okay, we've got an enemy tank fairly close. Targy, you're going to have to move. He's too close for you to get shots on him. Okay, he's deciding to go down to the south, which is probably not the smart move, but it's a risky move because that T-34 shielded could be coming around the corner and up this way. I wouldn't be surprised if we'll see him come into sight, but Targy's decided to go into the bushes for concealment. So if the T-34 does come around that corner, he's going to see him and he's going to deal with him. Okay, in the meanwhile, he's going to go after the M10 RBFM. Dialing in. Leading target. Rounds out. It's going to miss. Yeah. He was moving too quickly. Oh, and there's the kill shot from the other VP on our team who got the M10. In fact, the enemy cap area has now fallen. There's only 4 enemy tanks left. And the T-34 shielded, the heavy tank number 6, a M41 and a VP. And the M41 and the VP are back of their own cap area. That was a snapshot. But he still managed to land it near the VP, who's a one-shot. This should kill him. It doesn't because he moves in time. Both Arty are trying to get away. No, trying to work out where they might be. He's taking. Oh, he got the VP. Okay, the M41 HMC is somewhere on that corner. He can't move forward because the BTR is in his way. The enemy's lost their heavy tank number 6 and it's only T-34 shielded. There's the M41. He dives in, he gets the shot, and yes, he gets a splash hit. Well, looked like a splash hit, but he picked up 85 hit points and then got the rest as because his track was damaged, so it was damage assist. And there's just the T-34 shielded. That guy who we thought was actually, or I thought was actually going to be coming up this way, but it looks like he's now running for his life, being chased by 8 members of the enemy team. Well, not being chased by 8, he's only being chased by 6, but or in fact actually 5, because one of our guys is capping. That other thiefy is bit out in the open. If the T-34 shielded sees him, then he could be toast. We're having a look in the general area where he supposedly is. The Valiant didn't find him, so I think he actually has gone up onto the next level. He's here, and he's right next to us. Go for the shotgun. Oh, this is not good. He's decided to move closer and shotgun him. Yes! And that wins the game. Nice one, Targy. Got him in the end. Took 2 shots to get him, though. And he lost virtually all of his hit points. He only had 4 hit points left at the end of that game. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats after the next game. The second replay in our video is RaySpruance in the PP, and he's on the east spawn of Sand River. Game started. Okay, he's not moving too far from the spawn point, but then you don't have to most of the time. And he's looking for a target. Let's have a look and see if we can... That's better. Okay, I've been adjusting the reticule myself recently a lot, so it may have been that my settings were out, not Ray's. Okay, first target's turned up. It's BT7. It's a tier 5 game with tier 4 tanks in it, and the BT7 is about to get a nasty shot. Rounds out. Direct hit! So his first kill is the first kill of the game for everyone. And the next target he's aiming at is a T6. It landed just in front of him. He was actually aimed a little short, but he's aiming to get this one. Yep. Hit the T6 for 149. That's the prototype of the M4. There's only one of those left in the world, and it's at the Bovington Tank Museum. And he's just got his second kill. In fact, so far he's got all of the kills for his team. Okay, here's another target, a Chaffee and a Panzer III Alpha J. Now he's on that reverse slope of the hill, which makes it much more difficult to hit him. He's a much more narrow target. Oh, but that time was no trouble at all for RaySpruance. He got a penetrating shot and wiped out that Panzer III. And now he's going for the Largo, who's down in the south of the map, right at the upper end. Rounds out. Oh, near miss. It did damage his tracks. Lining up the shots. Work out where he's going to be. Rounds out and close. It tracked him, splashed him. Remember, this gun will do 410 alpha, and it penetrates up to 53 millimeters of armor with a 2-meter burst radius. Well, he's guessing that he's there, and he was! And that's his 4th kill of the game. He's really going for it. Now, VK3001H, 30-ton tank, which is an experimental precursor to the Tiger. One of the series of tank designs that was put forward by the Germans on their way to making a heavy tank, but in fact this one was a medium tank. Only 30 tons in weight. And he's got his 5th kill. He's really motoring in this game. Okay, up to the north we've got a T-34 who's just come around the corner. There's an M8A1 with him, the Scott. And they're forcing the ELC to pull away. But oh my gun, that's a top gun. He got the kill shot. And before he can get the M8A1 that went with him, he was taken out by our Matilda. So far it's a very good battle for RaySpruance with 6 kills. He's only a short distance away from getting to 20% of the enemy hit pool. And the enemy Sturmpanzer Spy has just killed our Churchill 1 right in the centre of the riverbed. Briefly saw that Valiant, but he pulled back into cover, probably because he feared that the he would get shot at. Okay, he's changing position slightly. Still a Chaffee to the north. Taking a guess that there's an enemy tank sitting there. Unfortunately, the Fifi will only cover 75%, sorry, of the map. And there's the enemy Fifi. He's just got spotted, and he needs to move if he's going to avoid a shell. He's pulling back, which is where he's slow, and he's just got smacked for 141 by RaySpruance, who's determined to get him. And another hit for 113. He's trying to change direction to move away from the site. Okay, we've got Su-76 GFT, Chinese tank destroyer. Close. Okay, there's the Fifi. He's a one-shot now. Just needs to land this shell on target. Rounds out. Long flight time. Misses. It goes to the left. And in fact, the kill shot in this case goes to the Gorilla. So, no further kill yet. Okay, another enemy tank's been spotted. There's the Sturmpanzer Spy. Bisson. Now, can he get a shot into this one? Rounds out. Long flight time. And he gets a kill. That's his 7th kill of the game. KD1 next. He moves away from the aim point, but it looks like he was damaged by one of those shells. There's Stug 3B racing down to the riverbank. He stops suddenly, and in doing so actually saves himself from running into an artillery round. And unfortunately, we just lost Armada 38T. Okay, there's the Su-76 GFT. We've lost sight of all the enemy now because there's nobody spotting them up the other end of the map. Hopefully one of the tanks in the village might actually be able to get sight of them. RaySpruance is down to 18 rounds and 4 rounds of heat, 18 rounds of HE. You may recall recently we did a video with C-Tech and he was on Sand River as well. And RaySpruance was the last enemy tank that was killed in that game. He was also in a Fifi on that occasion as well. There's an enemy tank to the north. It's a Chaffee. Okay, so he's got a hit and he's got potentially the high caliber. Rounds out. Oh, narrowly missed. Lost sight of the Chaffee, so we can't get him for the moment. There's the Valiant. He's low on hit points. A direct hit would be enough. Let it dial in. That's it. Rounds out. Oh, it fell short. Bad RNG. And he's been spotted. And I think it was the Chaffee that saw him. There's only one enemy Arty left. It's the M41 HMC, and he can fire over the entire range of the map. So RaySpruance had to move, otherwise he might become a target himself. In fact, it sounds like rounds are landing nearby him. No, there's no lead on that. Rounds out. And he didn't get that one. Chaffee's still around somewhere. Oh, there's the Su-76G FT. Headed this way. Line him up. Oh, it tracked him, but he was spotted. And the Su-76 fires one round into him. Can he get the shot to kill? Yes! And that's a Radley Waters, but he's lost his commander. And he lost a hell of a lot of hit points, 151. He's got into cover for the meanwhile. Going to try and come up through this this ramp here. The Chaffee's come into sight again. He's still very low on hit points, so, well, of course he would be. Okay, can he get a shot to kill this guy? He's turned around. He's lining it up, just trying to get the solution. Sorting it out. No, hit the ground in front of him. Well, the Chaffee's been killed by the M4. So there's only 3 enemies left. Again, we've lost sight of the enemy, so nothing going. They're looking. Yes, RaySpruance is saying time. We are running short of time. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left. This Arty is not exactly fast. His top speed is 28 kilometers an hour. If he's going to go to the other end of the cap, it's going to take a while, and I don't think he'll get there in time. His teammates might be able to find the enemy for us, though. He's now got 9 rounds of HE, 4 rounds of heat. Still 3 enemies out there. Nearly 2k of damage. There he is. There's the KV-1. Rounds out. Hits the rock face. He's down to 8 rounds now. Running short on ammo. Rounds out. That's better. 141 hit points this time. It's pulled back behind the rock. No shot there, really. Just the top of the turret. We're looking for the M41 HMC, the KV-1 and the Stug. We know where the KV-1 is, and the Matilda's homing in on his position. There's the Stug. He's up on the heights. He's gone defensive, and he's taking a position where he can fire on the anyone who attacks the KV-1. And we've just lost our P2640 to the Stug. So instead, we're going for the M41 HMC. Direct hit. That's 9 kills now for RaySpruance. Can he get the KV-1? Lines up. Fires ahead of him, but unfortunately he pulls back. The kill shot goes to the M4A1. Now we're aiming for the Stug, who's right up on the heights. Dialing in, rounds out. Lands short and hits the rock face. Can he get a kill shot? He's probably the only one who can get the kill on this guy. Rounds out. Yes! Wins the game and gets a pools medal as well. Fantastic game there by RaySpruance in the Fifi. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats for both games. Here's the end of battle results, and in the first game, Targy was on the Airfield map. He managed to get a second class tanker in that game, a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, he managed 9, a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills, he did get 4 in the end, including the tank who actually shot at him at the end, and that tank actually earned him a Stark's medal. Yes, he actually picked up a Stark's medal because he received at least 2 shots from the enemy, lost 2/3 of his hit points. In fact, he virtually lost all of his hit points to that T-34 shielded, and he got at least 2 kills and survived the battle. So, yep, that's a Stark's medal. Difficult conditions to meet. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, in this one, he didn't get the highest damage. That went to the KV-1S, who got 2,222 hit points. But he did get the second highest damage in the game with 1,400. No, it wasn't him, sorry. The second highest damage was the other Fifi, 1,423 to him. And after that, it was the T-34 shielded, 1,209. I thought that was Targy for a second. No, there's Targy, 1,024 hit points of damage. And in effect, actually, there are 4 people ahead of him, which means actually he's in 5th place on damage. When it came to kills, though, he was top place. He managed to get 4 kills. 3 kills went to the KV-1S. 2 kills went to the BDR-G1B and the other Fifi on his team, as well as the M10 RBFM and 105 leFH18B2 on the enemy team. Yes, they also got 2. When it came to base XP, though, it was the KV-1S who did the best with 1,105. Then came the other Fifi with 806, followed by the VK3601H on his own team, 774, and Targy, well, he was in 4th place on this one with 751, and well, there was a bit of a gap between him and the next player, so these were the top players on his team. He fired 22 rounds in that game, got 9 direct hits, 1 penetration, 16 splash, damage of 1,024 hit points, of which 923 were at more than 300 meters. So again, close range shooting on that T-34 shielded. He received 3 hits from that guy, and all 3 penetrated him. Yeah, it was quite sad. He almost died, actually. 8 enemy vehicles were damaged, 4 were killed, and 38 hit points of damage assistance. On premium count, he earned 19,869 credits, got 45,000 credits from personal mission payout, and after repair and ammunition resupply, took away 70,930 credits. So, very profitable battle for him. 751 XP, 6,762 from personal missions payout, and 451 for this being a premium vehicle. He took away 8,340 experience points altogether. So an excellent game for Targy. He thought he was playing with bots, and well, he thought the other, this is a bot, the other leFH. He thought the other Fifi on his team wasn't actually a real player. He thought he was a bot, but or maybe his reaction was a bot, because he was just sitting out there in the open. He wasn't actually moving or defending himself. It was lucky for Target that he was actually in that bush, because it did give him some protection, well, sort of protection of not being seen straight away. But yes, the moment he was seen, he did react, and of course the shotgun on this Arty is particularly good. Let's have a look at the second battle, because that was very interesting as well. And that was an ace tanker for RaySpruance in his Fifi. He also managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In this one, he got 19. He really excelled himself. He got a Gauze medal for doing more damage, exceeding 8 times the hit points of his own vehicle. And here comes the really good one, because that's an epic medal, and so is this, the Pools medal, for getting at least 10 kills of the enemy. In fact, he ended up with 10 exactly. He got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills as well. Let's have a look at the team score and see where he stood. Well, he's top of the table when it comes to damage with 2,843 hit points. The nearest player to him was the M24 Chaffee on the enemy team with 1,411 hit points. And after that, it was the Griller on his own team with 1,163. When it came to kills, he had the highest number of them as well. 2/3 of the enemy team were taken out by him. 4 kills went to the M24 Chaffee. 3 kills went to the Stug 3 Aslains B on the enemy team. The G one didn't survive, but the B, where was it? Actually, it was the G on his own team. I think he may have been. Anyway, was there a Stug on the enemy team? On his own team? No, there wasn't. I'm getting things confused here. I thought this was that there was a Stug 3G. No, it was a Stug 3B. And he managed to get 3 kills. So let's have a look at the base XP. And he's got the top in that one as well. So he's got the top in all 3 columns. 1,303 base experience points. The only player over 1,000. The Griller managed 735 and the Matilda managed 626. When it came to detail, he fired 45 rounds. He only had 5 rounds of ammunition left, but he managed to get that last enemy, the Stug B, up in the heights. 16 direct hits on the enemy, 7 penetrations. That's a huge number of penetrations, but it did help that he was in a tier 5 game because they have less armor. 15 splash on the enemy, 2,843 hit points, of which 2,627 were up more than 300 meters. So you did see some close-in work. He did receive a hit. It was a penetration that came from the Chaffee, who managed to get fairly close. He damaged 13 of the enemy, killed 10, so there was only 2 enemy tanks he didn't touch in the entire battle, and 43 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium count, he earned 39,007 credits from the game, and after repair and ammunition resupply, took away 52,289 credits. He received 1,303 XP, 782 for this being a premium vehicle, took away 2,737 experience points altogether. So he didn't earn as much as Targy did in the first game, because if I remember correctly, Targy actually ended up with slightly more. Yes, 70,000. But that's because he got a personal missions payout. If he hadn't have had that, then this would have been reduced by 45. So he would have actually had 35. And that would have accounted for the fact that RaySpruance did actually get a lot more damage on the enemy in that game. A huge amount of damage. So congratulations to RaySpruance. The last time we saw him in a video, he was getting killed because he was the last enemy on the enemy team. But in this battle, yes, he certainly succeeded, and in a big way, because you don't often see pools medals for Arty, but when you do, it's usually something like a Fifi that does it, because they can dominate the battlefield and really hurt the enemy. I hope you enjoyed those replays. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.